It's Tuesday in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and just had a wonderful weekend. A lot of results at church, very pleasing, and then a couple of extra days with my grandgirls and my daughter. Just an incredibly good long weekend. Suppose you were an employer, and suppose one of your employees got caught stealing, lying, adultery with a fellow employee, and slander. And during your interview with that employee, they said, "I'm sorry, I'll try not to do it again." What would you do? I guess as I already know what you'd do. But you see, that's what amazing grace is all about. In John chapter 8, verses 4 through 11, we find the woman caught in the very act of adultery. And there was no question about it. She was guilty. And we have a crowd of people that are ready to throw stones and do what the law would allow them to do, which is stone her to death. And Jesus bent down and wrote something on the ground. A lot of speculation about what he wrote. Some think he wrote the 10 Commandments. Others believe that he was writing the sins of the people that were standing around ready to stone her. It doesn't really matter what he was writing. Nevertheless, they all came under conviction when he said, "Those of you that are without any sin, cast the first stone." And when he stood up, he asked the woman, "Where are your accusers?" And she said, "They've all gone." And he said, "Go your way and sin no more." Amazing grace. And that's what he demonstrated to all of us. Now, some of you may not have been very bad. Perhaps the worst thing you did was tell a lie or two. Some of you may have been very bad. I was. Nevertheless, Jesus said, "I forgive you. Go and sin no more." In Titus chapter 2, verse 11, it says, "For the grace of God appeared, bringing salvation to all." Jesus Christ was that grace that appeared, and he brought salvation to all of us, forgiving our sins, whether they be small or whether they be mighty, without condemnation. Just asking us to try not to sin anymore. Not asking very much, is it? And even when we slip up and we continue in sin, which we all do, he's there to continue to forgive us. It's already paid in full. Our past sins, our present sins, and our future sins. Does that mean we should go on sinning willfully so that his grace could be even greater? Well, Paul answered that question. He said, absolutely not. But what a wonderful grace. I hope you'll take a few minutes tonight and just think about the things that he's forgiven, the reason he had to go to the cross, and the fact that even when you slip up and you continue in sin, his grace has already paid for it. Not that you shouldn't try not to, but he has already paid for it. For the grace of God appeared, bringing salvation to all. Titus 2:11. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.